Hello everybody and welcome to another video. I am late with this one. Please forgive me, but we are going to talk about the latest article on the rules for the new 4th edition Age of Sigmar about faction terrain and what that is. So grab brew, get comfortable, and let's jump in. Okay, so creating battlefields worth fighting over with the updated terrain rules for the new Age of Sigmar. Right, so obviously I am late to this. I have been busy, like I said in another video. I have been changing jobs, so I have been a little bit preoccupied and a little bit busy with that. So, sorry, bear with me. And as we catch up to date with what is going on. So the new edition of Warhammer Age of Sigmar reworks, tweaks and updates all sorts of rules. The endless spells are very interesting. Everything from the war scrolls, how you fight battles, and how wizards and priests conjure magic and invoke their deities has changed. The terrain that decorates your battlefield has also changed, making them easier to include and play around your games. That is kind of cool. So obviously I'm liking that because right now in 3rd edition, terrain is pretty much, yeah, it's pretty much that. It's pointless. So it's kind of cool that they're actually going to give us actual terrain rules, which is kind of nice. You'll find conditions for visibility and moving over terrain in the new core rules. Love it. And it's all simple and intuitive. Models can clamber and vault from terrain features that are 1 inch or less in height with no penalty at all. It's proper old school 40k, baby. Any move over terrain taller than 1 inch must count the vertical distance as part of their move. Yeah, okay, so it's pretty much 40k. Units and models can no longer finish a move mid-climb, and they can now choose to jump down from terrain instead of climbing, landing on a lower level of the floor. This ends the move. Yeah, that's cool. That makes sense. I like that. Any model from the lowest clan rat to the most imposing reclusian, the new paladin guys, can hide from another's line of sight by hunkering down behind terrain. This is important for combat range because you're only in combat if you're both within combat range and visible to an opponent. You cannot charge units lurking behind solid walls. So, okay, so right now that's kind of a rule in 3rd edition. You can't charge something you can't see. That kind of makes sense. So I get that and I like that. So yeah. Big change, happy with that one. The terrain rules features more in depth, including a table with 5 universal special rules. More universal special rules. Excellent. Let's have a little look at these universal special rules. So each terrain feature has 1 or more of the following passive abilities. Now we've kind of seen these before when we looked at the previous article for the Fire Slayers, and on the Fire Slayers little sort of pizza oven, it had a number of keywords. So it had cover, impassable, and obscuring. Okay, so what does cover do? So cover, subtract 1 from hit rolls for attacks that target a unit that is behind or wholly on this terrain feature unless that unit charged or has the fly keyword. I like that. So how cover used to work in 3rd edition is if you were in a terrain feature, you got +1 to your save, which meant that you could take a 4-up a unit with a 4-up save, or say a 3-up unit, so like a Stormcast Eternal unit with 3-up armor save. You could run in to combat into cover, and you could get +1 to your save, giving you a 2-up save, and then you could go all-out defense as well, which then would give you another +1, which now brings you down to a 1-up save, and then you could then do like Mystic Shield on it as well, and then you could get like a 0 save, which essentially meant that you could literally just ignore, because 1's always failed, remember, but you can essentially ignore Rend. So the cover changing to what it is now in 4th edition, so it's -1 to hit. Cool, I like that. That makes sense. Pretty cool. I like that rule a lot. Impassable. Models cannot move across, be set up on, or end move in any part of this terrain feature. Makes sense. It's old school. It's old school fantasy in 40k. Impassable terrain. That's a cliff face. You can't climb up it. Stop it. Do it. No, don't, you're not doing it. Makes sense. I like it. I like that a lot. Obscuring. A unit cannot be targeted by shooting attacks if it is behind or wholly on this terrain feature unless it has the fly keyword. Brilliant. Great stuff. I again, it's simple. It's easy. I like this. I like this a lot. Place of power. Heroes within 3 inches of this terrain feature can use the activate place of power ability. What is that? Tell me more. Unstable models can move across but cannot be set up on or end any type of move on any part of this terrain feature that is more than 1 inch tall. Now, this unstable rule sounds really cool. I kind of instantly, when I read this, in my head, I had like a rickety old bridge. Do you know, like the old Indiana Jones rope bridges? I had one of them in my head with troops climbing over it. That sounds cool. I like that. Really, really like that a lot. So, yeah, big thumbs up for this one. So, this is greatly simplified from previous systems and focuses on clear codification that's fair for both players. Cover offers your units a modern protection, blah, 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 blah. Impossible. So, what is this? Places of power. And we're going to get to see it now. Oh, yeah. Tap into hero energy. So, we're going to have a little look at this. So, at the start of your turn, this is when it's done, at the start of your turn. Declare, pick one friendly hero within 3 inches of any places of power to use this ability. Roll a dice, like rolling dice. On a 1, inflict D3 mortal damage on that hero. Well, that sucks, but cool. On a 2, or a plus, if that hero is a wizard or a priest, add 1 to the casting rolls or chanting rolls for that hero for that turn. Nice! If that hero is a wizard or a priest, they can use the Unbind on Banish manifestation ability this turn as if they had the wizard one. That is really good. I quite like that. Now, it'll be interesting to see what actually has that places of power rule. I really like that. I'm really digging that a lot, actually. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. I've got a feeling that the Lumineth Realm Lord's Shrine thing is going to have that. So, the core rules of the General's Handbook both contain Citadel terrain list, which includes a list of terrain features, old and new, with assorted terrain types and size, and a number of pieces each future should consist of. Combined with the optional terrain maps of each battle plan, these rules ensure that you know exactly what your warriors are standing on and fighting over. Okay, cool. So, as a tournament player, I appreciate this, and I'm sure the TOs out there who are going to be making events and things in the future will also enjoy this. So there's a lot of things on that list, to be fair, and it's like faction terrain, small and medium, places of power, obstacles, faction terrain. That's okay. That's cool. So, loving it. Unlike faction terrain, which can be targeted and destroyed, regular scenery pieces are indestructible. Alright, so we're not going to be running into forests and beating them up and cutting them down. That's kind of cool. There may be some cases where a unit has barricaded themselves upon a terrain feature to secure a line of sight from their ranged weapons or simply to provoke an enemy with taunts. We're looking at you, Gloomsky Gits. Even if there is no room for your unit to get up there, you'll still be able to charge them as long as you end half an inch from the terrain feature. Right, okay, so I'm instantly getting a very strange thing that happened in 4th edition 40k, where you could have a terrain feature 2 foot high, have a door at the bottom, and have a platform at the top for your models, and I could charge the base of that 2 foot high tower, and hit the guys 2 foot away from me. Yeah. I don't like that. I don't like that. Now, okay, I can understand why they do it, because obviously they want you to be able to fight, and that is the whole point of this edition. They definitely want to force you into fighting, so I get it. So yeah, I do get that. And obviously they don't want you to like put like cannons on top of terrain and go, nah, you can't hit me, because I've seen that happen before in previous editions. So yeah, okay, I can kind of get that. So tomorrow we'll be taking a brief tour into the mortal realms itself as a fantastic primer on how the regular folks of the Age of Sigmar understand the bizarre cosmology they live within. Cool. And we'll be able to reveal some of the events at the Launchbox Mortal Realms Reforged event broadcasted from the US Dallas Open, which we already know. And if you've already watched my previous video, which is up on the channel right now, you'll be able to check out my predictions of what I hopefully we will see at that event. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm super happy about this. I quite like the terrain rules. They're really cool. They're really awesome. So the terrain rules looking good. I'm really quite happy with that. What I really want now is the faction focused. So to have a little look at some of the changes that they're going to be hitting with the factions. Obviously, I'm a Cities of Sigmar player. I really want to see what they're going to be doing with my army. But I am, right now, working away on my Seraphon army. This is obviously, if you've watched of the other videos in the channel, you will know that I'm doing a speed painting project where I'm kind of sort of like speed painting my Seraphon to make them look pretty decent, but using mostly contrast paints. It's kind of going well. I'm about to expand the army. So yeah, it's going to be really cool. So yeah, I'm kind of interested to see what the Seraphon get, the Cities of Sigmar, and obviously I would like to do Blades of Khorne in the future, and definitely look at them. So yeah, all in all, I'm super excited for 4th edition. I was a little bit worried when they initially said it, and I'm probably going to do a video later on in the week where I'm going to talk a little bit more about the edition, my thoughts, what some of the things that my favorite things that they've kind of shown and revealed, and some of the things that I'm still a little bit skeptical about and not 100% sure on or like okay with. But in all, what I can say is, as the edition as a whole, I'm definitely looking forward to it. But that's the end of the video, everybody. If you like what I'm doing, please subscribe to the channel. Almost at 2,900 subscribers. It'd be really good to hit that soon. And please like, share, comment is the big thing. If you don't like the video, comment below and tell me why you don't like it. Even if you just turn around and go, you're a big dick, Pointy. Just doesn't matter. Just do it. And yeah, cheers. And yeah. And you can check me out over on Instagram as well. And you can check out my members and Patreon area. And I will leave you there. Thank you very much for all the support lately. It's been absolutely amazing. And I will keep you updated with the new job and how everything's coming. And I will catch you later, everybody. Goodbye for now.